Hi everyone, this is Kayla Cava from cleverpacks.co.uk and I'm bringing to you today a 5 minutes project. I was looking to something to decorate my tree. We got a theme now. It's gonna be very woolly, lots of knitted bubbles and little robins, and that will be it. I will share some pictures later on this week when I have a little bit more in my tree. And this was part of it because I wanted to add some sweets and add a little bit of color and then continue with the theme that I chose. So I got to use one entire designer series paper. We have 12 designs here, and that is what actually matches with the design that I have in my tree at the moment. And the tartans as well work really well. And I'm gonna be keeping between the reds and the greens in my decoration. So I pick up this this paper. I used the craft cardstock to create the base of it, so it's quite natural looking and it's so simple. I do have 20 of these candy canes to put it on, and I was looking for a very effective and economical way to do it. And what I did is I cut the strips of 1.5 inches by 6 inches. So out of a 12 by 12 cardstock, you can make 16 of these holders for the candy cane. And I've used Stitch It with Cheer as a stamp. I'm gonna use May Your Season Be Cozy and this little star here. And we're gonna just add a little enamel dot just to bring a little bit of shine, because I'm not using a lot of glittery things in my tree. I'm gonna keep to a minimum shiny things. But I use this craft rope trim, which is very in keeping with all of the things that are there at the moment. You understand why? Let me just bring it to you. The first thing that I'm gonna do the stamping. So we get the stamping out of the way. So you see what you're gonna need for is that's it. Each of them will have 2 1.25 by 1.25 squares of the designer paper that you decided to use, or the side that you decided to use. 1.5 by 6 inches, and just scraps of very vanilla for the stamping. So what I did, I got garden green and cherry cobbler, and what I'm stamping, just put it to the side because it's so little and we're not gonna bother me. Because I'm using the red paper, I will use the red stamp for the main sentiment, which is May Your Season Be Cozy. Alright, have my stamping cleaning pad on the side, so it's done. And I'm using the little one, just the little star, and I'm gonna use the garden green around. So I'm stamping around. If you notice, on these ones, I will punch out of the side, so you're not gonna see all of it, but you do stamp around just in case you move the circle punch, and you decided to have right bang in the middle. I actually used to put a little bit to the right on the sentiment. So get my stamp clean and away, and all the stamp that we needed to do is done. And put this away. And now I'm gonna use the 1.25 circle punch to get the sentiment out. If I do all of this, it could be like, I could have this stars on the top, but I'm using them on the sentiment coming on the right. Okay, so that was all the stamping that we need. I'm gonna just set to the side. And the next step is to score the wrap that will be used as a holder. So we're gonna have, I'm gonna initially use the measurements to the right of the board, and I'm gonna score at 1/2 inch and at 1 inch. Then I'm gonna turn around, bear in mind that the score should be on your left now, and take it to 2.5, score, 3, score, and 4.5. All the measurements, don't worry about taking notes now, but all the measurements will be in my blog. And this is all the scoring that we needed now. And I'm gonna use the bone folder just to go folding and burnish all the scores that we've done. But I want you to understand that the last one doesn't need to be scored, which is this one here. So you're gonna have 2 squares together. That one doesn't need to be folded. This is just used as a guideline for what you're gonna at the time of gluing. So if you see, I want to add the candy cane to this holder. So what I need to do is to create a hole. Yeah, it will be fine to create straight. It's all right. But I decided to go diagonally. So the first hole I'm going to punch on the left, and the bottom one I'm going to punch on the right. And I've chosen the 1/2 inch circle punch for that. It's going to be very, very tight because that scoring is 1/2 inch. So, you know, just bring it slightly inner side. So don't get too close to the edge and punch. Because if you're too close, end up breaking here because we're not going to have strength to hold. Same thing on the other side. Come and punch. So now you have the holder. As simple, what we're going to do, we are gluing the 2 squares before we start gluing the sides of that. And we're going to use this nail. And I want it to be, oh, I'm going to make it red. Sorry, I'm going to make it green, so I need to put the glue on the red side. And I'm going to line this here, the first one. And the second one, I want to put it in here. So let me just add the square around here. Now I want to glue this area here, which could be quite a few different types of glue. Could use turn tape. I'm going to use fast fuse. Just a simple job. If I didn't have glue on my table, I'll just use my, that will remove my glue without having to stress about it later. So now we're folding this area, and use that line as your guide. You just align and glue it in place. So your holder is ready. I have used the 1/8 of an inch punch to create just a little hole because I wanted to hang this in my tree. So I'm just gonna eyeball the center. And what I used here, I used the cherry cobbler baker's twine that comes in a 3 pack. Comes like this. I used the cherry cobbler one just to keep it with the colors that we were using. You cut a good size of it. I think I cut 6 inches worth of it. But if you prefer, you can bring in more. Just thread it through from the back to front and use open up and loop like you do with tags. Yeah. Voila. And we're going to have this made into a double knot with, I'm not going to be fighting here. I'm just gonna get my, there we go, my piercing tool, always to the rescue. Here we are, it's ready for it. I'm just grabbing my pair of scissors just to tie this up. So it's ready to get our candy cane in place. Just our sentiment. Let me get this with just a little dimensional, right one in the middle, so small. This is just 1 1/4 circle, and then we're gonna add the 2 here to the front of it. I used, let me get this correctly. Again, I can't pick it up anything from the table. I've used, this one is garden green, is as an animal, is on the Regals, if I'm not wrong. I'm gonna check and add it to our list. And I'm just gonna put a little star here on the sides. May your season be cozy. There we go. And so now our whole decoration is ready. Can put it all away. And I found out that if I just did that and add the candy cane, it wouldn't stop. It would just look silly, because it wouldn't hold the shape and the whole point of for display. So I came around, I was testing some different things, and I got to the craft rope trim, and I thought if I actually get some sort of a bowl coming around, that will be enough to hold it in place. So I came here and just basically made a knot of it. If you have the patience and the ability, you can easily just come and have made into a bowl. As soon as you get that in place again. This one has a plastic thing going on with it. It will hold it in place. I think this needs to be a little bit higher. Yeah. So now we have our candy cane ready for hanging. So that was it. A little bit more painful than I thought. But it's gonna go straight to my tree, and I will share with you guys some more pictures earlier in this week with the tree, put it with all the different things that we have. All the details is on my blog. There is just another couple of hours that you're going to be able to enjoy the online extravaganza. So go on and have a look, because there's so many amazing things over there. And December is coming full of surprises as well. So keep your eyes on our blog, and we will always bring you the details as they come. Thank you for watching, and happy crafting. Bye.